What's up, nerds? This is JarJar Jabroni coming to you live from Open Comms Radio's Open Comms Radio studio here in sunny, rainy. It's just like, comment, subscribe if you want to. This is part one of a two-part episode. Like CIG, we didn't prepare, so this is Open Comms Open Mic Night Part One. Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. I'm JarJar Jabroni, sitting with you here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, ready to take your calls. Every week it's a call-in show, and every week we have a question, but not this week. This week we are without a question, um, and that is because, for many reasons. Number one, when I went to think of the question, all the only questions I could think of was, why CIG sucks so much dick? And oh gee whiz, why are these guys screwing me? And oh boy, do they even care about making a game, or is CIG really just a scam for scammy scammerkins? And how's this game still broken after 13 years? It was really negative and salty. So I put that out to the community here. Little last minute community guys, give me some help. And let me tell you, you guys really nailed it, okay? In my moment of negativity, of my inability to play this game and play the missions I want to play, you guys came to the rescue. And some of you were salty and some of you were sweet, okay? Uh, and thankfully for all of you, the show is not only hosted by me, because I am joined, like I am every week, by my good friend and friend of your mother, Duke Lato II. Duke, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Treasure. I'm good. I just finished vacuuming the crumbs out of the couch, and I'm ready to get in here and give some positive feedback.
Oh, well, but before you do that, can I just say,
Yes.
fuck this game.
See, I
If
don't
you
feel
want to
that way.
call it that. If you want to call the delivery missions, oh, those pick up a box and take it somewhere and put it somewhere else. Haven't been able to
Yeah,
do that in a
I've been
month.
doing nothing but interstellar hauling missions with like multiple pickups, multiple drop-offs, and it's all been working fine.
You had delivery missions?
I haven't done like strolling around the station
You
single
have
box
not had
delivery,
delivery missions, Duke. They're
but
not even in the game.
no, I'm doing hauling missions. I'm doing multiple pickup,
Exactly.
multiple drop off.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's going.
Have you been going to Ghost Hollow?
No.
Have you
Why
been
would
going
I
to
do that?
Jumptown, Duke?
No, why would I do that?
Have you been doing the worm or the snakes, Duke?
I went to the Align in Mine space station as part of a delivery mission, which I was surprised by.
It worked. Oh, but you okay? But you didn't align in mine.
No, I was just there to pick up a box, which I didn't even know there was a cargo elevator. So I had to kill about 13 dudes just to pick up a box, but it was worth it.
Well, this episode is going to be very yin and yang today. Depending on who you are and what your experience has been in the game, you may have very different, very polarized feelings about the state of Star Citizen. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. Today, it's open mic night, baby. No question. We're just going to bring people
Oof,
up and you tell
this is
me.
gonna get rough. This is gonna be rough. I'm gonna need we
So,
need one of those hooks, the old timey hooks. They reach it out and then
yeah.
they drag you off stage.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The shepherd's hook or the crook.
The crook, yeah,
By
a little
hook or by
shepherd's
crook?
crook.
What I don't know. What's a
Yeah,
crook? By hook or by crook?
I don't know. We don't want to get political.
If a we're not talking about the president of the United States. We're talking about the ruler of Cloud Imperium Games, Chris Roberts,
Oof.
and his brilliant. See, I'm telling you, his brilliant decision
Hallowed be thy
making.
name.
All right, look, whether we're going to be positive or negative today, we are going to have fun because we always keep it fun here on Open Comms Radio. Before we start the show, though, I do have a couple announcements we're going to make. First and foremost, your your friend or your foe, JarJar Jabroni, that is I will be this weekend on the Captain's Table podcast hosted by the Astropub Paul Shelley. And we're gonna talk a little bit about, defense kind and whatever that is. So do be sure to tune on in, and you maybe for the first time ever see my face. So
So how are you going to prepare for this, by the way, JarJar? Because Paul, he's very prepared. You know, he knows his stuff. He knows his details.
yeah,
Um, I feel like he puts a lot of effort and time
right,
into preparing for his shows, which is not what we usually do. We usually do the
yeah.
opposite of that. So, are you going to strike a balance? Are you going to try to follow in his footsteps, or what are you thinking?
Um, I think I might get a bag of Cheetos like on Friday. We're recording Saturday. I might
Oh
ingest all the Cheetos and get some baked beans and stuff and get my stomach really going.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
was
then
just
just kind
picturing
of
the. I want you to just wear like a white T-shirt, have the camera back enough that they can like see your chest, and just keep wiping Cheetos dust on your shirt. Just keep doing the whole. Don't mention it. Like don't acknowledge it at all. Just keep doing it. Like munching away,
yeah,
munch, munch, and then just wipe.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wipe. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, speaking of wipes, I was pretty excited, pretty positive about the wipe that CIG was doing, but as you could probably guess, I couldn't really do much in the game when I got in. It's been a mess, and then I had a very busy week this week, so when I did have time to play anything, I found that like I'm not Star Citizen is not the way, it's not the jam. You know, I played games that worked, popped in for a half hour here and there. There was no arena commander. There was nothing I could just pop in and really do. Um, that
Jesus,
said,
listen to this space dad.
that said, I like the spirit. They added the spirit, not the ship, the spirit of what they've been doing. They added, some insurance, like claim stuff there, which is cool. I like all that. I just wish all the old missions and everything would work. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, yeah. You should know better by now, basically.
Well, I'll never learn.
But I think
That's just what
it's
it is.
working so well for me. I haven't had any problems.
A
It's
lot of the
like
missions don't work. I don't know. I don't
no,
know where this is
everything's
coming from.
working for me. Everything's working fine. I feel like I'm that guy. I'm just like sitting off to the side, like safe and happy with playing with my toys, and everyone else is like, my toys are broken. That man broke my toy, and I'm just trying to be quiet because I don't want my toys to get broken.
Interesting. Interesting. You're just out there. What are you flying nowadays?
I'm flying the whole B.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I love the misc ships. There's just
Me too. Yeah,
cool. That
and
pulp
the whole B
sci-fi.
is very nice.
Yeah, we could talk about ships. I have a bone to pick about the ships and CIG's
Of course
recent
you do.
decisions and
Of
how they're
course you
gonna
do.
how they're handling these sales and whatnot. But I think that'll come up shortly. So, like I said, this is Open Comms Radio. We have a question every week, but not this week. This week is open mic, so I don't really know how I'm gonna introduce these guys.
I mean, obviously some of them are jumping to come talk, so let's just bring them up and we'll shoot from the hip, see how it goes.
All right. Well, speaking of shooting from the hip, here's a guy whose hips may not be feeling too great. It is our good friend Cosmic Hobo. Cosmic Hobo, open mic night, baby.
Cosmic's
Howdy.
hobo. Hips don't
Yeah,
lie.
my hips aren't actually that bad, I guess. It's not the most painful. For our viewers, I had surgery last week.
Hot
Um,
dog.
Yeah.
and it was a major surgery, and
Penis reduction.
yeah, it was just too big, you know. You gotta
Couldn't
take
find
care of
pants.
that. Like, pants are hard to
Yeah.
find with that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just a real
Yep.
pain.
It's
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Uh,
sweatpants at that point. A
They
lot
call
of
is
yeah,
it they
parachute
call that a
pants.
penis in Smallman, right? Is that what they call that?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
the Latin name. That's what they called it back in the days when they used to just, chop it down a bit.
But I'm
But we
glad
got
you're
Mm.
alive.
we have
I'm
more
glad you're
scientific
feeling
ways of doing
better.
it now.
Yeah. Thank you for surviving. Because if
Thank
let
you.
me tell you something, I wasn't maybe the most delicate before you went into surgery, and so if you did die, I
I
I'm
would
not
have
saying I would have
haunted you.
felt bad, but yeah, I don't need that.
I would have absolutely haunted you. Like
Be
every
careful. Be
night
careful what you say to your friends, people.
when it gets dark, like and you hear scratching on the window, that would have been me.
Would have been his
Well,
giant
speaking of
penis
scary
scraping
things,
against your window.
yeah.
Yeah, not scratching, thumping. The thumping against the window. Yeah.
Well, Cosmic Hobo, maybe have you jumped into Star Citizen all this week? What do you have for us?
Yeah, I was on last night and it was fine. Like it it it's rough in parts, admittedly, like as always, and I think this has been a particularly rough patch that I think they did not time right. I think they needed a lot more, another week or two in the oven.
Oh,
But
gee whiz! I wonder why they rushed it out.
yeah, there's
Right? What's
I
with
don't know.
that day?
There's some reasons, I guess, something involving some big event that for whatever reason they just couldn't simply move a week like they needed to. But it it's not it's not as bad as I think some people have made it out to be. Like
Some
I am
people like
in
Jar Jar.
between your cynicism here and Duke's optimism because I did a lot of what Duke's been doing last night with the org. We were doing a bunch of rep grinding, and it it wasn't that bad. It's just we're in an early stage of a wipe, and that's just inherently grindy and kind of a pain. So I think that just adds to kind of the negative vibes right now is that we're so broke. Um, and they wiped rep too, which I don't know why they wiped rep. They shouldn't have wiped rep. Like there was no real practical reason to wipe rep too. Like it wasn't something that was dupable because
I think
that
they
was the
should wipe
reason
it every
why
week.
they wiped. Oh, that would be awful. Like that would be atrocious. Like we need more persistence. That's something people have complained about all the time is we need more persistence. And hopefully with these wipes they improve persistence, but judging by the fact that they had to hot fix the entire LTP system it seems to get even purchased stuff. Um yeah. I think uh I think it was probably too early for a wipe. Like I know we've been needing a wipe for a while, and we definitely needed a money wipe and probably a ship wipe. But the wrap wipe,
I
eh,
mean, I can I be? What do you like? That's not the issue. The
okay.
wipe is not like the issue with this patch. The issue, I think, with this patch is that all this old stuff doesn't seem to work. They're putting in these new missions, they're putting in these new ships, and they're all,
I think we could
working
pull
well
up a
enough.
clip of you saying that like a dozen times before every other patch. So I
Oh, well,
don't think that's a
is there a
new thing.
pattern? Yeah, exactly.
I think for your complaint here, that it's not new. That's not a new complaint from you. That's so I don't I wouldn't necessarily like blame this patch specifically for that gripe.
Fair. That's fair. I believe you, and
But
I'm
what?
I'm glad your breast enlargement surgery went well.
Yeah, that was the other side of it. Like they decrease, you got to put it somewhere.
Hmm.
Like I mean, what are they gonna just throw it out like all that?
No.
Right, right. That's very responsible. You know.
Yeah, it's reuse, reuse, recycle.
Yeah. Reuse, recycle. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how that song goes. All right. So, but as far as the new stuff and the defense gun there,
Yeah,
what are you guys thinking?
I think it's been a fine defense con. Like I have been seriously drugged up for most of it, so
Oh, and the
I
fireworks then. The pyrotechnics must have been cool.
yeah, I can't say I was really paying attention a whole lot those first few days, but now that I'm mostly back on my feet, both literally and figuratively. It's I don't know, it's fine. It's still Drake, so like I don't care for it, but it's not been an utter disaster, I suppose.
You really don't like Drake. See,
No,
for the longest time, I thought it was, this was it was like a bit, but
no, I
you really got to see
genuinely do not like Drake
what do you
products.
have against our affordable
I like ships
friends
to be
from Drake?
vacuum sealed in
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
Um, if there's any sort of decompression in a Drake ship, I'm first off, I don't know if the decompression will kill me first, or if the sharp metal that's going to come flying out of the ship towards me in the pilot seat will kill me. I don't
Mhm,
know
mhm.
which one of those would kill me first. I want ships to be spaceships and not metal wheel welded together to and an engine slapped on it. No, thank you.
I feel like maybe you're being a little unreasonable.
Have
They
you
give you a poop
seen the
bucket.
pit bull? No, they don't even give you a poop bucket. That's
I
even
did see the
worse.
pit bull.
That's grays.
I love the pit
That's
bull.
the pit bull is a cockpit with an engine strapped to it with some
Yes,
guns on it.
yes, that's correct.
I do not feel safe in that. I want to feel safe in the vacuum of space. Like space is hostile enough of an environment that I want to be able to not just have to put on the thickest spacesuit possible to survive in it in my own ship.
All right, I guess that's fair.
Thank you.
Well, I feel the same way about Drake, but this next guy, I gotta tell you, I feel pretty good about. Yeah, with us, usually here every week. Duke, you want to introduce this next feller?
Let's see. How to hide this one up. I mean, of all the colors on the rainbow, he's definitely one of them.
There you
Lord
go.
Anubis.
Hello, hello. I am a perfect 450 nanometers.
What?
Oh, is
Blue,
that the
never
color
mind.
spectrum? Yeah, I got
Yes.
it. I got it. Like,
All right, all right. I didn't get it.
you
I
gotta
wasn't
know
smart enough for
how
that one.
like the electromagnetic, magnetic, like it's the color, it's the when you see. Never mind. Moving on.
Yeah.
Roy G. Biv, Duke. Roy G. Biv.
Roy G.
Yeah.
Biv, that was my college professor. He got fired.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
Do we
what?
want to know?
biving it up, biving it up.
Hmm.
Making colored jokes?
Hey. Hmm.
Wow.
What's your fucking name? Lord Nubis. I almost called you Astropub. Lord Nubis. Uh, open mic night.
Yes, and for open night mic night, I have prepared some slam poetry.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I
cool.
do feel so strong about this, and
We're doing slam. All right.
yes. Okay. Welcome one and all to Wednesday night slam poetry brought to you by Cruise Lux with 20% slam by volume. Right now, the challenge is to come up with some improv slam poetry about Star Citizen because I haven't personally written anything myself, honestly.
No,
So I'm going to
I got
pass
one
it
when
on
you're
to
ready.
someone else and see who can come up with
Star
the best one.
Citizen, more like missing them. Not enough time in the verse. Missed Mother's Day. Forgot her purse. Took it and bought a Drake.
Wow.
Nothing here for me to make. Waste of money. Waste of a day. I should have been with my mother today.
I'm snapping. It's not going to come through the mic, but
All
There
right,
you go.
kids.
There you go.
you know the AI bots that like listen to all of our podcasts are going to be very confused by this episode.
Yes.
That's good. One more
Okay.
thing to recommend
And
it then.
our next contestant, who's going to volunteer?
I could do another one, but it'll be dirtier.
What could be now? You know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Well, I do have for you guys, because I do know you need a guide. I do have some questions that were put in by lots of our listeners here in the chat. So I'm just gonna forward one of those to you guys. One from Jack. Jack asked, "Is Big Laser good or bad?
Jack asked.
Is Big
Yeah.
Laser good or bad, Lord Nubis?"
As a professional in the laser industry,
There we go.
big laser good, big laser small package, even better. Big
Mhm.
laser lot of heat, big laser small package dissipate heat well, better.
You're still doing slam poetry.
I think, or he's just fighting against the AI bots. I'm not sure. Or is Anubis an AI bot?
uh, I'm not sure anymore. I might be.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'll tell you
that's
mean,
what. I
right.
think I think Big Laser good. Nothing wrong with Big Laser. Big Laser
big
good. Big
laser.
Laser fun. Big Laser cool.
I think Big
Pilot can
Laser
shoot Big
bad.
Laser.
Has anyone
Really?
used the
What?
Yeah,
new ship with the big laser?
I think it's bad.
Why
No.
do you think it's bad?
I I don't like the proliferation of pilot controlled weaponry on large ships.
Okay.
That's
I
fair.
That's
guess.
basically
Well,
I think we're kind of surrendering to CIG's so far poor
Love of
balance
big lasers.
and no the poor balance and poor gameplay design wherein there's no point in having a crude large ship. That they were
mm,
supposed to deliver on that with engineering. That was going to be everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be cool. There's going to be a point to doing it." Like I was ready to run around as an engineer, yada yada yada, and nope. It still just makes more sense just to have one the pilot in an Idris and then everybody else in their ships because he's got
I have
access to the
a
biggest gun in it. And the same thing with the
massive
Tiburon.
counter argument to that from personal experience. You weren't there for the big battle to defend Fuji's revenge, were you?
I wasn't invited,
You're always invited, Duke.
but no, I wasn't there.
Because that was the best example of engineering and countering border gameplay, and one of probably the best times I have ever had in this game,
now, for
ever.
listeners, Fuji's Revenge is the Idris that we play within our org.
It's essentially our flagship right now, and so if you see
Right.
it in the verse, that's us. Um, please
And to
don't try to
reiterate,
glitch aboard.
that is org. Org.
Org, org,
Yeah,
org,
Org.
yeah.
Right,
org,
in our
org.
guild. So, uh, Fuji's Revenge is being attacked, and everyone went to defend it. What's your argument here?
There
Yeah.
was no way we could have done that without multi-crew. Like we had to defend the ship and we had to repair the ship. We had to do engineering gameplay to the extreme, and we were very bad at it at first. Admittedly, I'm and I know he'll accept this. Rob kept running into fire and blowing himself up because we hadn't had any experience. Like you have to really have the experience of being under attack on a big ship to truly feel how engineering is supposed to work. And I know that this was a fairly unique case that not everyone and very few people will probably ever experience, but we had to
Hopefully
defend.
not.
I hope we have more incidents like that because it was really cool. We had to fight off a ship like with the turrets, and then unfortunately they glitched in to get on the ship, but they got on the ship and we had to fight them off of the bridge, and then they retreated back to the airlocks to try and open the airlocks for their friends, and we had to fight them there. And then we had to pretty much recover the ship entirely from fire and all the damage we had taken. It was really cool. Like that was awesome. That was peak engineering. That was peak multi-crew gameplay. And the problem I say is we only have had to do that like once, like to
Right.
that extent. That's the problem, is that all of that awesomeness only really happened once. And it's not necessarily that it's a skill issue of our opponents, which, to be fair, it is. But it's also like it's hard to recreate that in a
You're
way.
making my point for me, Hobo.
I
The
I know
balance isn't there where it's beneficial enough that people are gonna be doing that.
there's just not a reason to is the problem. I think
Exactly.
I don't necessarily think it's the balance per se. It's why. Why would you find yourself in such a situation? And I think the problem is there's just no way to orchestrate that with the current state of the game. There's no way to necessarily design around that because it is emergent gameplay. Like it was truly emergent gameplay.
How'd you get into that
And
situation?
I I think we were at an exec hangar. I don't entirely remember where we were for that. And I think we were guarding an exec hangar and they like
Now,
dropped in
when
a
you say they,
Polaris.
yeah, okay, so it was
Uh
a Polaris and fighters, or just a Polaris?
it was I think 2 or 3 Polarises.
Oh, Polari.
But Polari, one of them was soloed and was I think a rando and wasn't with the others. And one was pretty much fully crewed, and then the other only had like 2 people. And we blew up, I think, the 2 people one, and the solo guy ran away, but that third
Yeah.
one wanted to fight us.
So here's the thing: is that as server population increases, with whatever mega meshing or whatever they're planning on,
Dynamic server
uh,
meshing.
Super mega dynamic
yeah,
monster mesh.
yes,
Yes.
welcome to global chat hell.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I think that these types of scenarios can play out more often and still have the ship can't run itself. I mean, realistically, yeah, the ship can run itself. It's true. It's all automated and it's make believe, and it's like, but the Enterprise would be pretty boring with no one on it. You know, um,
I don't know. There was
and
that
I think it's
episode where it was just Dr. Crusher by herself. That one was pretty cool.
gonna. There's nothing wrong with me. There must be something wrong with the universe.
Right.
But I mean, I think these are issues that will solve themselves with population. It's just we're too sparse right now.
It's
Well,
improved, admittedly.
I
but
do want to remind, we have some folks down in chat who haven't been here in a while in the audience. What we're doing right now is we are raising our hands. So if you do want to come on up, raise your hand down there. You can left click on your name and raise your hand, and we'll pull you back up here. It is open mic night on Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. Every week, folks can call in Wednesday nights at 7. And if you are listening, you got this far, guys,
7. You
give
mean
us
9.
9. Give us a like, give us a follow, a subscribe, give us a review, and let us know what you think. Drop some comments, and every month we do read some of the comments. We do have someone who did just raise their hand, so we're gonna bring on this guy who usually comes at the end of the show, but we're gonna give him time today.
he's also blue.
A lot of blue
Yes.
guys, a lot of blue guys in
Or I
this
guess
crew.
teal?
It's
uh,
blue. It's more of like a Baja Blast color.
it is.
Ah,
It's Baja
it's true. You
That's not
have
that's not
Baja
healthy.
blasted.
You should get that
Yeah.
checked out.
What color would y'all say Baja Blast is?
It's the
It's like
color
a
of
light
Skeeter.
blue.
It is exactly Skeeter. It's
Yeah, it's
that shade and
exactly
everything.
Skeeter. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
now they have
Skeeter
a
from
zero
the
version.
show Doug. Skeeter, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Assistant call-in show. Every week we have a question. This week we do not have a question. It is open mic night. So, Skeeter, What do you want to say?
Well, this is a little awkward, but I have a poem I could read. Y'all were reading poetry.
Poetry night,
There we
baby.
I
go.
love it.
This poem is it's a little weird. I'm gonna be honest. It's met with very mixed reactions. I either get like faces of like shocked horror or cheerful whimsy. So it's like there's
That's
no middle ground.
exactly yeah. That's like open comms. That's exactly how
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll
that's
respond to the show.
exactly that fits everything.
Okay. All right. I live on a farm out in the sticks. I spend my days cuddling with chicks. I always try to look my best, even when I'm not fully dressed. Looking nice can be a problem. He's always staring at my bottom. His weird smile is oh so creepy. God forbid I ever get sleepy. When I lay down to take a rest, he slides his hand around my breast. He holds me tight and won't let go. Please, I say, stop laughing. You're making me laugh. Please, I say, no means no. He eyes my bosom and licks his chops. Help, I scream. Please call the cops. I flap my wings and peck his face. I wiggle and squirm from his embrace. I run and hide inside the coop. I'll be damned if I'm turned to soup. I will never set foot inside that kitchen. My name is Betty. I'm just a chicken.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, that,
Wow!
I thought
Like-
this was
Wow,
going to be a
dude.
Star Citizen poem, and instead you took us on a journey.
Took me on a ride, dude. I was like, this we walk up to the line on this show very often. You know what I mean?
You
And
know
I'm
there
like,
are
Skeeter,
And you're like,
settings that
you're
Twitch
like,
will
this is
probably
it.
want
This
us
is
to
the time we
use.
have to turn ourselves off.
Yeah, there are like mature content settings on
We
Twitch
are.
that
We are mature.
no, we're not. I checked our settings.
Yeah. No, we're mature.
No, we don't have the right
No,
checkbox.
we're
for you.
not.
You
and
can
we're
walk you
not.
can walk me through it after the show. I'll do. But to be fair, it's a chicken poem, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have that clipped,
Jesus.
and then just stop the show before he says, "And I'm a chicken," and have your opinion ready, because I had my opinion ready.
It's good that we do have a little bit of a range, not too much of a range
Yeah.
of opinions and beliefs here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But Skeeter, thank you for that.
Well, I just figured since we weren't talking about Star Citizen at all, like I could read my poem.
I tried. I did.
Yeah, we're talking about Star Citizen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about
Like
Star Citizen.
Okay.
25%.
I did,
Yeah.
for the record, I did give a very good question.
Yeah. I
but
could ask you
it
your
was
own question if
rejected.
you want. No, here
Oh.
I'll ask you your own question, Skeeter.
Rejected.
No, we're going through all the questions will be asked tonight. I promised. Okay.
Okay.
Except for
Well, you don't have
hobos,
to ask me.
'cause, whatever.
You could ask
Skeeter.
too.
No, Skeeter. This is a good question.
Okay.
Is Star Citizen the new algophilia?
I think the context of that question is important. If
Well,
you
that's-
consider Star Citizen's player base, I think there's a solid argument that it largely consists of lonely older men.
Can I can I just
I'm not
clarify for our
lonely.
listeners what algophilia is, Skeeter?
Yeah, you can clarify.
Algophilia is the fear. I forget what it is. Oh no, it's the sexual
Not a fear. It's not a phobia.
desire of pain, of giving pain.
Pain and humiliation.
It is morbid
Pain.
pleasure in the pain either of oneself or of others.
There you go.
That's
So is
And
Star Citizen
it's-
the new algophilia?
Yeah, it is. And I akin it to, I also think, for the record, Valorant, we were talking about this at work. I think Valorant players are also masochists.
Oh yes,
Because
absolutely.
they absolutely despise the game, but they can do nothing but play it. And
I think
feel
Overwatch
like
players are that way too.
ouch. Okay.
Yep.
That was below the belt. But I also play Star Citizen, so maybe there could be some truth to that.
Well, I think
but
Chris Roberts is in this situation is the algophile because he's the one
Algophile, yeah.
kind of committing.
No, he would be the sadist in that scenario, I think.
No, because algophile is you like watching other people.
No. It's like yourself. It's not other. I think Hobo's definition was a little off. It's basically it's like a masochist, someone who enjoys being
Well, that's
inflicted with pain and
Merriam-Webster, sir.
humiliated. Oh well, okay. All right, well maybe I misunderstood it, but like it's Chris, in this scenario, Chris Roberts is the sadist, and everyone who plays it is the masochist. They
Yeah.
like being in pain
Yeah, and
because
Chris
that's what we
Roberts
do. We
likes
get on his
watching
show
us.
and we complain about it. He does like watching us, and I think after your opening comments, though, I don't think he's going to be watching us anymore.
Bro,
So
lick my
it was
balls,
a
Chris
little
Roberts.
harsh.
Honestly,
Well,
get
you're never.
get
We're
you know
never.
what?
Do you even have drops enabled?
Get your shit
He
together.
does.
Oh, drops are enabled. Drops are always enabled
Oh,
on the
does
show.
Jar Jar have? Yeah.
Okay. So the shill is still there. You just got to dig for it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Uh, Skeeter, thank you for bringing it up. Anything else you wanna add to your open mic right here?
I do. So y'all were talking about the fight we got into on the Idris and where people were trying to board us and we had to fend them off. That was hella fun. Like that was crazy fun. To Hobo's point, that only happened once in how many years we've been playing. And I fear though that is going to become even more and more sparse because of the consequences they're adding to losing your ship, to dying. And I've made this argument and ridiculed and it's fine. I can take it, but
Some would say you like taking that kind of punishment.
I but so like with losing your ship now, there, if someone has a really, especially like an Idris, if their Idris is super modded with crazy weapons and stuff, and now the risk is even higher of losing that stuff, I think they're going to be more apprehensive of getting into fights like that. I think there's a problem, and to Duke's point, it's not fully balanced yet. So hopefully they're working on that. But there's a point where it becomes too realistic, and the stakes are too high that people aren't going to have as much fun. I've used this argument before when they introduced Death of a Spaceman. Everyone was walking around in the sperm suits, the white jumpsuit and helmet or undersuit because no one wanted to lose all their gear. It's like that's kind of the scenario we're heading to again with ships. Everyone's gonna be flying around in their Auroras because they don't want to lose their modded F7s or their Idri or whatever.
I think it'll be
mean,
that
great.
way for a little bit until like people have a little bit of money. Like everyone's a little gun shy of it right now because they're seeing, those big price tags for their insurance claims. Um, but I definitely think for people who really focused on their loadouts, which isn't everyone because it does take way too much time just to set up your ship loadout. Um, people
Also,
who
because it
take the
doesn't work, Duke.
well, yeah, that's why it takes so long. I hate doing it. Like
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who hardly ever changes my loadouts, and not because of the expense, because this is an old problem for me, but just because it takes forever. It's clunky. It takes forever to do, and it's just not. It's not an enjoyable, intuitive process. Now, to my point, the people who are willing to work through that are also the ones who are going to have enough funds pretty soon, where they're not going to mind paying for an insurance claim. I think we'll see people being a little more cautious with their ships, like maybe jumping away from a battle with their Idris as opposed to just staying until they pop just for the fun of it. But that could be more interesting gameplay. Now you get more people with needing to use snares and keeping them around and et cetera, et cetera.
On that point, I'm actually really happy when I like pull up a streamer because there's drops and stuff now, and you gotta just like have them on in the background. But I pull up a streamer and they're just as broke as me, and like
Yeah.
they play for
That is
hours
nice.
more, and it's like, heh, hey, they're just like me now.
I sympathize.
Cool. Well, Skeeter, I think
Yeah.
you've brought a lot of culture to the show tonight.
Oh, thank
I
you.
appreciate it. I think
I have some other stuff I
you,
could read, but it's
No,
fine.
no, no. We're
Save
great.
it.
Thank
let's
Yeah,
you. No.
save
save
it
it.
for
Let's just
we're
submit
not
that for perusal here first next
Okay.
Gotta
time.
say,
that.
gotta say, Skeeter, you maybe dipped your toe across that line there a little bit. Certainly,
All right. Well,
certainly, yeah,
And this is
if
Jar
you
Jar
get
we're
if y'all
talking
get
about.
banned, I apologize.
yeah.
That would be an
Okay.
honor if we got banned
You
on any
Yeah.
platform.
Well, it'd be something. So we are going to bring up our next caller. We got a guy down there with his hand up. If you want to come on in, just put your hand up, and we'll let you on in here. It is open mic night here on Open Comms Radio, and someone who I know is going to take full advantage of the open mic is someone who's been
Yep.
here quite a while. Wicket. Welcome to Upcoms Radio.
Citizens, long-time listener, occasional caller.
Unbelievable.
You've been calling in enough. Maybe you can upgrade occasional.
I
It's,
said
Like,
he's
not
frequent.
occasional.
You're a
It's
frequent
not even
caller.
frequent. It's every
Well,
episode.
once you start
I-
having frequent flyer points, I might consider it.
there was a gap, admittedly, at time, but it's
I
high
think I
enough
missed
of a
one.
frequency.
I think I missed one show, the European show.
I don't even know. Did I
Is
even
there a
show
show
for
in
that one?
Manchester?
No, we
Um,
did a European show one day.
I think I even called in briefly, but I had internet issues that day.
I missed the last episode. I'm sorry.
I did too, but I was unconscious.
Oh,
That's no excuse,
I
Hobo.
wasn't
I-
unconscious.
It should have been
I don't
playing
have
in the
an excuse.
background.
Speaking to unconscious, Hobo seems like he's got a spunk back.
What?
It's yeah.
Can you say
I
that?
am not on any narcotics, so
Did you say spunk bag?
His spunk. Yeah, I'm gonna spunk him.
Spunky. That doesn't
Okay.
mean what you think it
Okay,
means.
Chop,
You know, it
okay.
has other
chopped
meanings.
his
My
junk
bad.
with his spunk.
Skinner's on a roll, dude. Skinner, this is why we usually don't let you in until the last 10 minutes of the show.
That's fair.
Wicket,
Anyway,
it's open
so
mic. What do you want to start off with here? What do you have to say?
fatigue.
all right.
Usually we're reeling you in, we're cutting you
See
off,
y'all in
but
about an hour.
we're telling you go ahead.
No, I'll keep it
We,
short.
we got the crook ready. We'll pull him off if we have to.
I put my question in. What I
Here we go.
thought we should talk about.
Jar
And
Jar, you're
for
getting
me,
a lot of feedback on not just reading people's questions.
I thought I was thinking about the patch and just bug fatigue and not I don't care about the wipe. I'm happy to have the wipe. I'm happy to grind. But when they introduce a new mission, the TSG for example, and then first 2 or 3 days the whole system to get to that, the new hotness, the new key PvE update for the whole patch besides the ship sail and show, um you can't even participate in it because you can't get the reputation that you need to unlock that content.
That does suck. That comes back to me complaining about the rep wipe. I don't think we needed the rep wipe. Like, I
Well,
don't.
I think we should have even wiped the blueprints, to be honest with you. I think they should have just wiped everything. But that's
Wipe it.
neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. What's done is done. It's water under the bridge at this point. When I'm talking about fatigue, here we are now. It's 13 plus years of development of this game, and they've made some significant strides in the last several patches. There's been a lot of new gameplay that they've added, new locations, new ships, of course, new ways of doing things, updates to certain mechanics and systems that have been around for a long time. Transit system we're still waiting on, but when it comes to currently logging into this game, and I log in, it's like a labor of love. It's like I'm here to enjoy this game, enjoy it with my guild, my org, my friends. And you get in and you're spending a significant amount of time just battling bullshit. Here we are again. The missions aren't working. We for 4 or 5 days we were able to do tech smuggler. Now tech smuggler's broken. The boss doesn't spawn. The first boss doesn't spawn, so you can't progress the mission. Um, um, I just did I'm in the game right now. I was just playing a couple of missions, and I got to the mission location, and the NPCs are just sitting around. They're not even They're not even doing anything. They're not even actively engaging me. They just sit still and let me shoot them. Then ship won't launch. Ship sinks into your elevator. I mean, it's bug. I'm not going to go into all the details of the bugs. It's just nonsense, and especially with the age of the player base is skews a little older
That's what I'm
than
saying.
is. Are we fatiguing? Are we timing out? Are we getting to the point where at some point, as you get older, and you guys are all significantly younger than I am, but as me getting older, I have a tendency to tolerate less and less nonsense because I see my maternal clock is ticking and my time is
Your
limited.
maternal clock is
Did you
ticking.
say maternal?
Yeah, I think
I think
Wicket's ready to
you
have
I
a
think you
baby.
meant
wanna-
paternal, but that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Paternal, maternal. Anyway,
I mean, if you
I'm
want to tell
closer.
us something, like
I'm closer
we're
to
here.
dead than I am
Yeah.
to being born.
That's
We
fine,
know that.
Wicket.
Everyone
It's
knows
okay.
that, Wicket.
We're all like that.
We hear you.
Speak for
No,
yourself.
we're not all like that.
Every episode, I have to edit out Wicket's. Every time he stands up. it's just me
Very
every Thursday morning for an hour going through Wicket's audio.
Just nonstop dad noises.
Oh, that's great.
Wonderful. But I hope you guys see my point. And not everybody is going to have the same fatigue, the same level of their threshold and their tolerance to deal with all this nonsense. 13 plus years. Every time something new changes, it's like one step forward, two steps back, or maybe it's two steps forward, one step back. But there's always a back component, and that's the fatigue I'm talking about. That's the getting burned out, and and I don't want to be burned out. I want to be involved. I want to be in it. I want to be playing the game. I want to enjoy it. I want to do all this new shit. I want to fly these new ships. And especially, we have a good guild, we have a good group of people that usually play together, and we have a great time. Everybody seems to have a fairly decent, open-minded sense of humor, and everybody gets along for the most part. And I want to enjoy that in this environment we all coalesce around of Star Citizen. But it's like this behemoth, Star Citizen, is constantly working against us. It's always throwing a spanner into the works, and and we're no better for it. I mean, yes, we all of course understand it's in development. Yes, we understand it's open development, and by open, it's like, yeah, they talk a good game about open, but when it comes to talking about problems, we don't really know what's going on. It's all marketing BS stuff thrown around, but what I want to know is, like, for example, they've been working on this transit system now for I don't know how many years. They've been reworking the transit system, right? And I'd like to know what is the blocker? What keeps it from happening? Can't you just talk about that? I'd love to know. I'd love to know what is the big holdup. Why am I patiently waiting for the transit rework?
Do you remember the old, was it IS? I think it was before it was called ISC. But the old shows where they would really give you an in-depth on like the programming they were working on.
Yeah, 10 for the chairman and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where Chris
Yeah.
Roberts would actually sit down and he'd talk this stuff. He would give you these explanations and talk about what's this thing that's stopping it, what's breaking, and I wasn't that keyed into that. I just, I watched those like 10 for the chairman months after they were ever published because I wasn't really paying attention to this game at the time. I owned it, but there was no game. There was nothing to do.
Well, I would argue there's still no game and still nothing to do.
Oh, there's a lot to do.
There's a
There's
game.
so much to do. Come on.
There's a
lot of
game.
content.
I mean, literally, this game in alpha has way more to do in its limited functionality that we currently have than some fully fledged out multi-year old games. I'll give them that, but a lot of it is busted.
Well, then
Severely
there's nothing
busted.
to do. If it's busted, there's nothing to do. If it
Well,
doesn't
just leads
work,
to more rage quitting. It works sometimes. And that's the thing. It's like you get that dopamine hit when it does work.
Yeah.
You keep coming back for more. It's like the
Yeah.
chip companies, man. Have I, like, you ever sitting there eating a bag of tortilla chips and you get that one really good chip that's like
Oh,
extra
yeah.
salty, and then the
Mhm.
rest of like the next 10 chips are bland, and you just keep eating, looking for that really salty one.
Just
Yeah.
just
Like
chasing that
that's Star
high,
Citizen. Yeah, that is
chasing
Star
the
Citizen.
dragon, or as we all know it now,
They
chasing
do
that
that on
Dorito.
purpose.
Chasing the Dorito, which I haven't bought in years because they're way too expensive. Let's talk about inflation for a minute. This is getting out of hand. I will
Ship
spend
inflation.
$400 on a spaceship.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You're
Are you
you're
about to
asking
give us?
$8?
Are you about to give us the back in my day?
Back in my day, 3
Actually,
years ago, dude, 10 years ago, I was living in Deutschland in Germany, and I'd walk around with change in my pocket. You know, you'd have like the 1 and 2 euro coins, and I would get a doner kebab, which is a delicious sandwich. It's basically like a big old like double cheeseburger size, and that would be my meal. And I would get change together, and it would cost 250, 350. If I spent 4 euro on a doner, which I did sometimes, it's like a premium meal. I went back 2 months ago. They're like 9, 10, 11 euros.
It's absurd.
It's absurd, and it's the same exact thing. Um, it's just this is the
I
world we
think
live in, you know.
it's a conspiracy. I just came
you
back. I
got
was in
old. That's what
China.
happened, JarJar.
China. I was not in China. I was in Japan for
You were
an
in
extended
China?
period of time. No, Japan. I was
China.
in
Yeah,
Japan.
he has to say that. He
But
can't
you
say he
I
was
started
in
was.
with
China.
China.
You started
Yeah.
with
I
China.
should not have said China. I was in
Why are you
Japan.
confusing
Is this a
those? Why would
conspiracy?
you? Those are different
I
countries.
don't know how much I believe this whole story now.
Yeah,
Okay,
You're
his
well,
really
credibility is shot.
you're not representing
Right?
yourself well this episode.
that's
I
fair.
gotta
You're
say.
right. I'm sorry. All right, but I was in Japan recently for an extended period of time, and you could. It was
Is
so
that
cheap.
close to China?
It is so cheap over. It's closer than you are to China. Yeah. But like for comparison, now I wasn't eating McDonald's every meal, but you could get like a legit McDonald's combo for less than $5, and you could eat. It's like so cheap over there. It was amazing. And then I come back, and the first thing I bought when I got back to the States was in LA. Spent $5 on a bottle of water. I was pissed.
Yep.
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 Yep. They're winning. And by the way, Hobo, that's why Chris Roberts is going to China because he knows we're all fucking screwed over here, and he's like that market's gonna shrink. China, they're gonna be able to afford everything.
Yeah, I get
I mean,
it.
he knows
Like
it.
follow the money. We're
Yeah.
we're not the demographic anymore that has money.
No, we're done. It's over for us.
Well,
It's our,
look,
The
our
end of
our
days.
century of humiliation has started.
look, look. We hope it's not lost, and we can always rebuild.
Yeah, after the eugenics war.
Can we
Look,
really complain to JarJar's point? Can we really complain about inflation when people are spending $5,000 on a ship?
Not people. Cadoyle.
Just one person. Or sorry, he's not a
One
person.
guy.
Yeah, just one
Hey,
I don't mean
he's a
I don't mean to
Cadoyle.
out
person.
him.
How you gonna call him out like
I'm
that?
sorry. I'll bleep
That's
it. I'll bleep
unbelievable.
it. How far are we in the show?
He hasn't bought it yet. You can't buy it yet until what, the 25th or something?
Yeah,
But
just think
Sunday.
I
he's
just
been
think it's
approved to buy it, which is even more ridiculous.
I
I'll
think
bleep
it's
his
funny
name.
that some
I
people literally copy pasted nonsense into their little essay and were approved.
Some
okay.
people literally
So
send things saying, "I do not want this ship," and they still
so
get through.
here's
I think it's
here's the
obvious that they
thing.
just used
Well,
a AI algorithm or something to
I
randomly
don't even think they
select.
did that. I think
But they just randomly
threw a
selected
dart at him.
people.
Yeah.
And then certain whales didn't even get selected. I think that's funny as hell.
So let me now this is gonna seem sappy, it's gonna seem whatever. I don't know how people are gonna react to it, but for about 5 years I was unemployed. I went through some heavy shit
What?
and had to rebuild myself as a person.
Oh,
Um
Anubis.
yeah, just a
So
really
he means
bad
he
thing.
Proud of him.
literally rebuilt himself.
Yeah,
He was in
He
like
is.
he was in a bunker in
He's a
Afghanistan.
robot.
He-
Remember, we established
he's
this. We are all
mostly rubber
robots
bands
now.
now.
No, just had to
He's
go through
blue
like
because
a
that's the
lot
only
of
color they had.
like trauma therapy and
Can we,
stuff.
can,
But the thing is that I got by making props, right? Like I made Star Trek stuff, and I worked on my skills as I was doing it, but it was the only thing I could actually do because everything else was kind of impossible at the time. And if it wasn't for people who spent good money on frivolous things, I wouldn't have been able to get by. And we got like what 1,300 people employed over at SIG right now. People that in an industry that is
All right, well, now I feel
honestly
A
bad.
just
nightmare.
on the rocks. Yeah, I mean, like our whales out there, like you guys are doing a great job because I know personally that those whales are also the same ones who help out their friends in need because they can,
Who does
and
Godoyle out? Sorry,
uh,
I'll keep my mouth shut.
They're
Who
bleeping
well,
is
again.
I,
Godoyle?
no,
Sorry.
I mean, people help and they don't necessarily need to parade it around. So, just saying that for personal experience, these people who will spend this kind of money generally, I mean, they don't keep it to themselves. They're obviously spending it, and this is a work of art. It's a big project, and I think it's a worthy one at that. It gives people who for $45 you could buy into something as massive as this, and it's so fun. And yeah, it was because of whales. It was because of all of us, really. But it can take people away from a world that sucks and put them into a world that is fun.
I have a
So
counterpoint.
Very, very quick, Wiki, and then bring up another caller.
So I get that. So the point is that look, he's saying that the whales made it all possible. You could also
all of us.
argue the whales
All
also
of
made
us.
it take instead of 5 years, they've made it take 13 years because they kept throwing money at these knuckleheads and they kept, we had scope creep and promises and promises and promises. Well, if the budget would have been more finite, maybe the game would have been released already.
Maybe
Maybe it wouldn't be as elaborate as it is, but maybe they could have worked their way to that. Have a real funding model, a real economic model that worked, where people are buying a game or a subscription or whatever the funding is, selling paints. That works in so many different games. I would argue that maybe we would already be playing 1.0 or 1.1 or 2 or whatever. That's all.
This has been part one, the first hour of Open Comms Radio Open Mic Night. If you thought that was, getting wild, you wait till part two. Uh, like, comment, subscribe, do what you do, and most importantly, join us next time.